Happy Friday! Woo! We made it! For some of us, it is a long weekend. I am super excited. I have lots to do. So I don't know if I'm really going to get to rest, but I am definitely happy it's Friday so I can get some stuff done. Hi, Linda! It's been a long week, so Friday's great. Hi, Denny. Happy Friday. Friday. Whoop whoop. Friday, as my daughter calls it. Celebration Friday. So I don't know if you guys have heard of this decluttering method where you take items in your home that you're trying to declutter and you hold it. I am missing my wine, Denny. I drank some earlier. So you take items that you're trying to declutter and you hold them in your hands and you feel like the energy from this item and you decide if it still brings you joy. And if it doesn't, you thank it for its service and you either trash it or you donate it, but it gets right out of your life, right? Yeah, I probably really need to do this because I have a lot of clutter. But having really nothing to do with decluttering per se, what if we could, I know, I really need to do this too, Danny. I really do. I have not read the book yet, but it is on my list. And the book that this come from is The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. And there's a show now too. But I'm not really talking about decluttering stuff today, right? My thoughts on this is, seeing all these posts on decluttering and letting things go. What if we can do this with our thoughts? What if we can go through the thoughts that we tell ourselves every day and declutter it by picking them off one by one and determining if they bring us joy? And if they don't, getting rid of them, putting them in the trash. Get rid of them. And that way it can make room for things that do bring you joy. I really want to see that. It's on Netflix. Denny's saying she saw the show. I want to see it. It's on Netflix. So I thought of 3 different negative mindsets that I think a lot of us have, that if we really looked at them and recognized that they are the opposite of bringing joy in our lives and got rid of them, it would make people so much happier. So the first one I was looking at is apathy. So this one's one that people don't think about a lot, I don't think. But apathy, just not caring, I think does a lot more harm than good. A lot of people, I think, get into the mindset, well, if I don't care, then I'm not going to get hurt, right? I know I've felt this way before. You just say, well, I just don't care. And really that's just protecting ourselves from saying, I'm just not going to get hurt by this. But the problem with that is that when we have that apathy and that attitude that we don't care, then we're never going to have the other side. We're not going to have that happiness and joy either, because we're training ourselves not to have any emotional lows, but we're not having the emotional highs either. Okay? And I think that's pretty obvious when you look at it. But we have this, protective, survival instinct to shield ourselves from the bad things in our life, and so that we get this attitude, well, I don't care about it, so that way, we're not being hurt. But I think if you truly want to be happy and joyful, you really need to cut that out, to make room for that. The second negative mindset that I thought about decluttering that would really do well for decluttering is the scarcity mindset. And this takes on a lot of forms, I think. Thinking scarcity mindset is when you think there's not enough. And it can either be not enough money, not enough friends, not enough time, not enough, whatever it is in your life, or even that you're not enough. I know especially young new moms feel this a lot. And I know I've been there. You're like, what if I'm not a good enough mom? If you ever think to yourself that you're not enough, I'm not a good enough wife, I'm not a good enough employee, I'm not a good enough mom, this not enoughness that really, really hurts us. And the third item that I thought about for negative mindsets that we really need to trash would be ungratefulness. And this one I think is a big one for a lot of people and is something that really, really holds us back. Being ungrateful. And I think entitlement kind of ties into this too. Feeling like you're owed something. Because really, I think that entitlement, feeling like you're owed something, really goes back to just ungratefulness. Not being grateful for what you have. Because if you're grateful for what you have, you wouldn't feel like you're owed something, right? So apathy, scarcity mindset, ungratefulness, if you trash those out of your life, and easier said than done, right? But I think a lot of it is just recognizing that we have those negative thoughts. If you remove those, then you can replace those with positive mindsets. So replace apathy with joy. Replace scarcity with abundance. Replace ungratefulness with gratefulness or gratitude. Gratitude's probably a better one. Replace it with gratitude. And you think about people that you know in your life that you see them as happy, joyful people. They probably have those traits: joy, abundance, gratitude. And so I think just practicing those and replacing those negative thoughts with the positive ones will go so much further in giving people joy. So how do we do this, right? Again, harder, easier said than done. So think of the most joyful person you know. And I can almost guarantee that 99% of the time, the most joyful person you know is a child. So think about that. Let's say I go to my kids right now and I tell them they love froyo, right? Something as simple as just going and getting frozen yogurt and telling them, hey, we're going to go get frozen yogurt. How do you think they're going to react? So much joy. And how are they going to show that joy? They're going to be jumping up and down. They're going to be dancing. They're going to be high-fiving. They're going to be, just going crazy, right? Now, when something great happens to an adult, what do? Oh, yeah, that's great. I mean, we might high-five. We might go, yeah, but we're not dancing and jumping around like a child would, right? And I think that that's a lot what's missing from us really experiencing the joy, is that as adults, we've learned to tamp down that exuberance, that physical expression of happiness that really I associate with joy and joyfulness, and why I think kids really have something here that they can teach us as adults, right? So I'm part of a marketing group that Ray Higdon runs. He's a marketing coach. And he has a thing that he does on Fridays. And we call it Celebration Friday, right? And one of the things he teaches is that to really celebrate our achievements in our life, we need to do something physical. Not just think about it, not just, tell someone or say something. You really need to get up and do something physical to really feel that joy and experience it, right? So one of the things he does in his group is he allows people to upload videos of them dancing. Dancing videos. So, you know, you get some music and you rock out, and just whatever your, you know, once a week, just whatever your achievements are for that week. And even regardless of how small you think they might be, if you don't celebrate the small achievements, then even when you have a big achievement, it will never be enough because you never celebrate them. If you're always just moving on to the next goal without celebrating the goals you've already achieved, you will never get that. You will never feel satisfied. And so by doing something physical and getting up and moving and dancing, you get that satisfaction of achievement that you wouldn't necessarily get. So what I would like to challenge everyone to do is kind of do this Celebration Friday. And I don't want to, you know, some of us are better dancers than others. I'm just saying. So not to like make a public display or anything, but if you would like to do a little dance video, I would love to see it. And if you would like to send that to me, you can private send it to me on Messenger. In fact, that would probably be my preferred way. I don't want to like do any public humiliation with anybody in on my page. But if you do that, I will send you mine because I had a pretty big achievement this week. I actually had an audit at work, ISO 9001. Anybody who does quality assurance stuff knows what that is. But I had an audit this week and completely rocked it. This has been stressing me out all week. And Wednesday I had my audit. Auditors were like mega impressed and got that going. So I'm going to do my little dance video and I will send it to you if you send me one. And kind of as an added incentive, if you send me your dance video, either, you know, putting it into Messenger, and I'm going to be truthful with you, I don't know like all the technology behind it, but, or just shoot a little video and send me a link to it. If you do that, not only will I send you my video, but I will also pick one person. I am going to send the book, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, to one person who sends me their dance video and shows me joy. Because I'll tell you what, seeing so many of my friends just showing joy and celebrating will just make my day. And so I would really like to share that with you guys. So videotape yourself, send it to me or send a link, however you want to do it. If you have my phone number, you can text it to me. However, I want to see it, but Messenger's probably the easiest. And then somebody's going to get that decluttering book, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, and tell me how it is because I haven't read it yet. And choose joy. Really. And if you don't know how to do it, again, watch your kids, watch somebody else's kids, see how they express joy. It's going to be physical. They're going to be dancing. They're going to be moving around. And really, if we want to experience it as adults, I think we have to shun the expectation that we need to be small and quiet and take the cue from the kids and really experience joy. So shoot me a message with your video and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.